If you've seen the Disney movie Snow Dogs, you were probably enthralled by the Huskies, and certainly that film did lead to an increase in popularity of Huskies in Ireland. They are a very high energy breed and need a lot of exercise and training, and what better way to achieve all that than with their very own adventure club. There's one called Tales and Trails, and I, Magner, accompanied them on a day out in the beautiful surroundings of Lough Forest Park near Boyle in County Roscommon.
We're meeting up here this morning to have a Dryland mushing event. So some of the guys are going to head off in the three-wheeled rigs and the two-wheeled scooters, and then there's some other guys over here going to walk with the dogs in front of them doing a canine cross. Around the world people do this all over the place, so a couple of people that have the similar thoughts got together and started the club because they want to work their dogs. So obviously dogs were made for working, so they're happy when they're working. So they got together, started the forum, which is tailsandtrails.ie, and basically we go out twice a month, every month, and we try and go around to different counties every event. The more time you spend with your dog, the more of a relationship you build up with them. So the dogs love it, the humans love it. The humans and the dogs are tired at the end of the day, so it's always a quiet household when you get home. So
like children?
Yeah, basically like children. But sometimes they're a bit more demanding. So.
We live in Clare and we have 3 Siberian Huskies and 3 Alaskan Malamutes and 2 German Shepherds.
How did you get into that?
Oh, long story. We were both, myself and my husband have always been into all things Alaska, and you know, as kids we loved the Jack London books about Call of the Wild, and my husband actually bought me my first husky for Christmas one year, and it just kind of escalated after that, you know, so we've been running them now about 3.5 years, and we've had huskies for 10 years, and you know, it's great fun. It's a family thing as well. You know, we can involve the kids in a lot of it as well, so it makes all the difference. When we first got a husky 9 years ago, people didn't know what he was. They were saying, is that a wolf or something, you know? And then, of course, Disney brought out the movies, and they were snow dogs. And, you know, since the Disney movie, I think snow dogs, people have got more of an interest in things like this now. But certainly when we started, it wasn't as big a thing. It was huge in the UK, but it wasn't quite as big over here. But I think it's definitely going to be a very, you know, it would be a great sport for the country.
Can you have competitions?
You can have time trials and things like that, you know, and competitions in the sense that you can have a few teams running together at time trials. You can do time trials with the canicross, with the running, and various different competitions you can do, you know, so it makes it all fun at the end of the day. The club is purely about the fun aspect of it, and if there are time trials, it's not as competitive as such.
They're very high energy dogs, so if you don't burn the energy off them, they get quite destructive with digging, climbing, chewing. So at the moment in the country, there's quite a big problem with people just getting the huskies, not putting the effort and the work in, and they all end up basically in rescue. Basically, they're not the dog that you see in the Disney films, like that, just they're happy-go-lucky and, you know, a little run every now and again. Like, you need the time and effort to put into them.
This is Ollie, our 3-year-old red setter now. He's been scootering for about a year and a half. He's full of energy, and it's just a great way, controlled way of letting him run and use his energy up. At the very start now, we're just looking for a way to tire our dogs out. And we started off with backpacks first, and then we got onto we've seen the scooters and how the dogs love to run like in that rank. So just develop from there really.
And like, is it very tough for them, or do you work it out in terms of their weight and your weight as to what's the best balance?
Well, just as you can see them going along here now, you actually have to help them along. You can scoot along with them, so they're not doing all the work as well.
So the adults get a bit of exercise as well?
Exercise as well, that's right, yes.
What's it like from the adult's point of view to be in the little rigs?
Oh, it's super, super. It's a great buzz, like. I mean, even just the pride of just feeling your dog working and pulling you around the forest is brilliant, yeah.
My legs are tired and my feet are dragging, but I ain't gonna stop till I see his tail wagging. Hey, Packy, I'm coming back again.
But it's interesting that there's lots of other breeds out doing the same thing.
Absolutely, any high energy dog or working dog or, you know, mixed breed dogs that have so much energy they don't know what to do with it. This is ideal. There's so much you can do. And you meet great people, you meet lovely friends, and it's kind of a social thing, and the dogs are meeting friends and the people are meeting friends, and it's all great, you know. So, Jack Russells, yeah, they have bigger attitudes than any of the big guys, I think, and they're more than happy to go for it, you know. So, but they smile and they're happy and they love it, so that's the key.
Lots of exercise for those dogs there at Lough Forest Park. We're actually having a little rest